challenge review. This is the build challenge review for extraordinary creatures. Right now, here with me, I have Sam, your friend from LEGO Masters Season 1. We should end up having Corey join us. We should have Manny join us here in just a few minutes. But Sam and I are going to talk a little bit about some of our favorite builds here. Let me tell you, some of you are going to be asking yourselves, Boone, where have you been? Why has it been so long since you gave us this challenge and you're just now, doing the review? And my answer is I've been putting my heart and soul for like the last 2 months into Boone's Build Camp at boonesbuildcamp.com. So that's an awesome thing there for people who are interested in finding some virtual camp type experiences to do this summer. But it has taken so much energy, and I'm responding to people there every day, and people are building some crazy stuff. And I'll do a video here soon reviewing some of my favorite builds from Build Camp. But today is all about the Extraordinary Creatures Challenge, and we're going to dive in. One more thing I have to say, 185 people submitted entries for Extraordinary Creatures. If you've seen these review videos before, you know that unfortunately, like, if we spent a couple minutes talking about 185 things, we would be here all day. So I've picked the top 33 entries that we're going to spend a little bit of time talking about. What that means is there are incredible builds. You will see incredible builds in the slideshow at the end of this video, just because, like, there were these 33 that just edged out a little bit with, like, thinking about the theme or thinking about, like, the humor and stuff like that. So, Sam, what do you think? Oh, that's not what I want. Sam, are you ready to dive in?
I am ready. 185 is just incredible, too. Like, wow.
Yeah,
it's a lot of builds.
More people submitted for this challenge than Star Wars. More people submitted for this challenge than vehicles. It took me forever to get around to this, to doing this one, to putting this one together, but preparing for this slideshow was actually much more easy than some of my previous build challenges. So I'm hoping that in the future, I'm not sure how often I'll keep doing these, because it seems to continue to be a challenge to get around to doing the reviews every time, with so much content, so many images being submitted, so many awesome things that people have to show. But anyway,
well,
here
I'm
we
glad
are.
You're inspiring. You're inspiring people to build every day, and that's amazing. So that's great.
Oh, good. I'm glad you feel that way. I'll just say hi to Moto. We've got Moto is our moderator in the chat at the moment. He was on live last night with us here. So if you didn't get a chance to check that, go check out Moto's the replay from Moto's April Spotlight last night. We've got Destiny is in the live chat. G5, Benjamin is back. Deppy Shep Bricks, Tyrek Thorn, Brickaroo Bonsai. Brickaroo Bonsai, I love that name. I've been seeing your name around here and there. We've got Luke Brueggemann. We have Jordan Zender. Thank you all so much for being with us. Here we go. This is it. We're diving in. The first one we're going to talk about here is called Temple of the Flamingo Dragon. And you can see the Flamingo Dragon off to the right there. And the reason I wanted to talk about this one, so here's the Flamingo Dragon. This is from Aiden. Aiden built this. And the reason I wanted to talk about this one is that I really love how they recreated these elements. There's like earth, we've got earth, wind, fire, water. And I just think using those iconic color schemes, really makes, just these themes pop out. What do you think, Sam?
Oh, I love it. I love that the background there has like a chains, looks like vines hanging out of a wall. I like that the adventurer has a dog with him and like is he's exploring. And I love that there was an explorer from a long time ago there that didn't quite make it.
Didn't quite make it on their journey. Yeah, anyway.
Oh, it's so fun.
Here's a little aerial view. All right, this next one is very simple, but it is clever, and it cuts right to the heart of Extraordinary Creatures. I explained in the challenge video that these needed to be creatures with some sort of special talent, some sort of special gift ability. This is the Philosiraptor. The Philosiraptor can eat your unwanted files and your desk in 5 seconds flat. This is by Alexis, and I just thought it was one of the funniest special abilities that a creature had among the submissions for this.
In case there's not enough desk or files there, he's also got a chocolate bar and a cupcake for dessert. I love it.
Yeah, I loved it. Like, and he's not going. It doesn't really look like he's going for the chocolate bar and the
nope,
cupcake.
He's eating part of the desk. I love that.
I love those file cabinet drawers.
Yeah, it looks like the drawer is actually open. I'm actually curious on how they did that. Like, I've never had a drawer open like that, so I'm a little curious.
I think I can imagine it. I think it's just a I think the whole thing is built studs to the side, and that's maybe just
a regular brick, a 1x2.
Yeah, and it's just like a 1x2 pink brick.
It just looks so good the way it's. Good job.
It's very convincing. All right, good job, Alexis. Okay, next up, we have the Ness monster, based on the Loch Ness monster, but this is the Ness monster. It can build anything that comes into its mind out of Lego bricks. So its special ability...
It's a master builder.
Being the Ness monster.
It kind of looks like it's blocking the truck from driving too. Like the truck is bouncing upward, like it's stopping it. I just love the play on words there. Like, that's cool.
Yeah. You've got the sort of the water sort of combining the two pieces of the truck there together.
That's cool.
Someone in the chat, let's see, said, hey Sam, this is Aqua Mike. Hey Aqua Mike TV says, hey Sam, great peacock in the last episode.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. It was fun to build. So big. I think one thing I should say about this build right here, the truck is probably better than most trucks I would make because I don't do vehicles. And they even got the little spot where it hooks up to the trailer in the back there. I'm like, I would not think of that. So it's really good.
Yeah, and to sort of like think through, okay, I want this truck to look like it goes together, but it's not. Like that's thoughtful.
Good job.
Let's see. Here we've got the Sith Trooper Dragon. I think these photographs are beautiful. They actually, it's a bit dark, and most of the dragon is black, so it's a little bit challenging to kind of make this out, but Jack built this one, and I just think it's incredible. The photography is amazing.
I want to know how they did the photography. It's beautiful. Like the black there looks almost velvety. Beautiful. And the red just pops out. Like you can definitely see the trooper for sure.
Yeah, and then this last picture where the trooper is riding on top of the dragon. That just, it's interesting to me. This kind of creature totally could exist in the Star Wars universe, right? Like
totally, yeah.
We've got Minox that are sort of these larger creatures that fly through the air. You've got the Dewbacks, which are sort of these giant lizard things.
Yeah. And you got people with tendrils. You got every kind of weird animal and creature you can think of. They could definitely have dragons there for sure.
Right. So I'm surprised we haven't seen like more like who are the dragon people, who are the dragon riding people in the Star Wars universe. Let's see. Torin in the chat said, "How do you enter these?" Torin, thank you for asking. Every now and then I offer a new challenge. And I post a video. So I guess my best recommendation would be to subscribe to Boone Builds and click that bell notification so that you get a little ring each time I publish a new video. And then you'll see when I am hosting a new contest, and there'll be links in the description, and you can always go check it out too at boonebuilds.com. If there is a live contest or a contest with submissions open, I will have the submissions open, the submission form open at boonebuilds.com. Hey, Ben Kahn, another one of our lovely moderators, is in the chat. Thank you for being here, Ben. So that was Sith Trooper Dragon from Jack.
I really love his feet, too. I like the way the claws look up like that. There's those little clips, the upward clips.
Yeah, it's good, right?
It looks really good, yeah.
I like that it's not, they've sort of done a little assembly there to create those claws. It's not just, like a big it could just be like a big bionicle claw piece, right? Which would
Yeah,
be
yeah.
fine and would look cool, but they've gone like an extra little
Even the
level here.
horns, the way they're attached to the little guns, they're shoved inside of like a. There's a lot of really fun piece connections there. I love it.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, thanks, Jack. Next up, this is the Terra Dragon by Drew. So it's spelled Ptera Dragon. So I think this is probably like a cross between a pteranodon or a pterodactyl and a dragon. The thing I really liked about this one is the color scheme. They've differentiated the creature from the habitat by putting these transparent blues and light that's sort of like that bluish gray looking pieces in there, and then the ground is just like on fire. So it's sort of like this fire and ice dichotomy.
I love the stud shooter eyes too. Like they just use the shooters, which I never think to use those for anything. So I love that.
Absolutely. This is a cool view.
Yeah, it's a really good view.
All right, this next one I think is just hilarious. This is from Tanner. It's the evil sheep attack, and I just think the composition of this photo is incredible. And so you can see the sheep flying in there, shooting lasers. We don't yet know what he's shooting lasers at, or missiles.
I love that they had to get really down in the grass to get that picture too. That's really great. It's a good perspective.
Yeah, and those eye pieces are wonderful. And
evil sheep.
It looks like he's freeing the other animals from the barn with his lasers, or I don't know what he's trying to do there. But this is the evil sheep attack, Tanner.
I love the other sheep down there too. That's awesome.
Yeah, and it's like just a tame version of the flying sheep.
I love it.
And there we go. There they all are.
Fire and destruction. And the other sheep's got like the happy eyes that look like almost like they're watering. It's like so cute.
Yeah. Maybe we should see if I'm wondering where our buddies are. I'm not seeing anything from Manny and Corey. We might miss them. How far? Oh, we're not halfway yet. So we'll see what happens here. Maybe we'll take another moment to check out the chat. Hi Drew. Hi Lucy. Hi Lego Bricks and Tips. Hi Insane Lego Fan. You all are awesome. Thank you for being here with us. In case you're not aware, my buddy Sam Hatmaker is with me today.
Hello.
We went through every episode of Lego Masters Season 1 here in the United States, and we made it to the very end, but neither of our teams won, unfortunately. Oh, now everyone's saying hi. Hi, Arnold. All right, let's move on. Next, this one's cool. I'm just going to let you sit with that for a minute. This is called
I love chickens.
This is called the Fire Chicken, and I just think this thing tells a really hilarious and compelling story. If you look into that cage down at the right-hand side, there's a tiny chicken.
That's a little chicken.
There's an itty-bitty chicken in there, and I'd say that chicken is probably built with maybe 6 elements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to guess 6 elements. I think we'll see in 2 slides. But we've got this guy. I don't know if he's a chef or a scientist, but looks like he was working on something here in the lab, and somehow
he's got a plate there. He's got a plate there. It looks like he might have been eating them.
Yeah,
chicken's getting revenge,
maybe.
Or it could be a bad scientist. You never know.
I mean, because look, this is like this is like a vat of some kind of liquid. This is like another thing with like a, I imagine this being sort of like one of those little droplet things that comes over here.
Yeah,
and, I don't know, some sort of science experiment gone wrong. So this is made by Peter. Thanks for submitting the Fire Chicken, Peter. And we get a couple different angles here. I don't know if so the Fire Chicken apparently can breathe fire, and then it either has a tail made of fire or the Fire Chicken farts fire.
I think its tail is fire, but
you think its tail
but
is
I
fire.
like farting fire too.
Okay,
I'm doing both.
Yeah, you've heard of a fire starter. Now you've heard of a fire fart. Okay. And in this very last one, you can see. I'm going to zoom in on it. you can see the tiny chicken there. And
One,
I
two,
suppose it's
three,
probably
4, 5, maybe 7 pieces.
I guess so. There's probably a Travis brick in the center, so that'd be 1, 2 tiles, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I take it back. I think it's 9 pieces because I think there's two. I think there's 2 1x1 plates that are stacked that make his chest. Because I think there's a Travis brick in the middle of there. And
yeah, I think there's a Travis brick too.
Maybe I'm wrong, but I think that
but
it would.
Still, it's really
it's
good
only
for
need
such
one?
a small. Like,
Oh,
they captured a chicken.
It's lovely. All right, good job, Peter. Thank you. Next up, this is the rockin' one-eyed, one-horned, flying purple people eater. This is another one. I'm really just blown away by the quality of the photographs that were submitted in this round of the challenge. You know, people are playing with that depth of field.
Yeah, they're all out of focus in the front. Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah. So this is, you know, just like if you were at a rock concert and you took a photograph of the drummer at the back of the band, you know, the people standing right in front of you would be out of focus. I think this is cool. So it was a nice way to focus in on the purple people eater.
I love that the Tin Man is playing his axe, and I love that the Scarecrow is so cocky that he's holding his whole microphone stand. Like everybody else has got their stand standing up. He's like grabbing it like a rock star, just dropping it down. He's in it.
It's like a Freddie Mercury moment.
Yeah, that's right.
The mic stand doesn't even have a base because he doesn't need to set it down.
Love it.
This is, and in case you were wondering if the purple people eater eats people, here's some evidence of people eater eating Lucy from Lego Movie 2. And she is clearly in some serious pain or just still really, really rocking it out. We don't know.
She's still loving the music.
Next up, we've got a couple of builds that I think came from the same household. Perhaps these are siblings, but this is one of the Basilisk by Caleb. Oh, did I say who built the Rockin' One-Eyed, One-Horn, Flying Purple People Eater was built by Casey, so thank you for submitting that, Casey.
Good job, Casey.
Next up, we have the Basilisk, and this is like a giant snake. And
I love how blocky the head is. I really do. I love that shape.
Yeah, yeah. And it's almost like if this thing was a brick head. You know what? I think there might have been another picture of this one that I failed to get into this presentation. But it was sort of like folded up, almost like the size of a brick head. And then,
awesome.
It expands out to this like snake shape, the basilisk there. So
that's awesome. The tongue, even the forked tongue, I really love it. That's good.
Yeah, yeah.
And that little guy is scared.
Yeah, is that we got Rex Dangervest there, scared of the basilisk. And I think this must have been from a sibling. So we've got from Asher. We've got Rex Dangervest in there again, and this is called Taming of the Manticore. So cute little lion beast there with the wings, and you'll see in the next slide.
It's very small. And they really captured. It's a lion. You can tell the lion head.
Yeah.
You can tell the wings. You can see the scorpion tail coming up over the back right now. Like that's really good for such a small size. That's great.
And it
even
transforms.
The bottom teeth. Awesome.
So you can see in this one, it's like the bottom teeth are just one white clip.
Yeah, it's so smart.
Right, and then in this one, they're able to clip that fire element into the little bottom tooth there.
That is so smart. Like and the wings folded up so small comparatively. I would have never guessed that was that big.
Yeah, yeah. And
awesome.
Getting that big stinger out, trying to make a meal of Rex there. And Rex tries to get away, but alas, the Manticore, could not be tamed, and we lost our hero / villain Rex. Uh-oh, is that a spoiler? All right, next up, this one. I only have one picture of this one, and I chose this one just because I think that I don't know. I just like the whole thing. You got pink Batman in there. You got dead Vitruvius is in there. Then there's this. This is called Porowit, God of the Forest, and this was built by a viewer named Odin. And I just think there's a lot of interesting things going on here. You got the water, you got the land, and then this sort of tree creature.
I love that they're earthy characters like Chip from Chip and Dale and the Ewok are kind of happy with the creature, like they get along with them because they're very earthy, and then everybody else is away from that. Like it's like they're like the creature is part of the woods and they're part of the woods. I love that.
Where do you see? Oh, the Ewok is up in the air.
Yeah, he's flying upward up behind him. Yeah. I love it.
All right, thanks, Odin.
I really like how asymmetrical it is because I have struggled with. I always want to make everything symmetrical, like so this side is the same as this side, and then even the eyeballs are popping out. So that's really I struggled with doing that myself. So it's really awesome. I love that.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, next up we have. This is Attack on Fort Dalia. Attack on Fort Dalia by Caitlin and her dad. And
the fort is awesome.
Here, you can see that there's sort of this is almost a classic Castles inspired build here. So maybe this is some of Dad's Lego pieces. I see the old wizard from the 90s hanging out here.
He's shooting at Maleficent, who's riding it looks kind of like it's a spider, but it also kind of looks like a kitty. Like the way it's climbing up on it, like a cat. Like so, I really love it. It's like the way it's stretched out so far too. Like the legs are going way, way back. It's really expanded. I love it.
Yeah, yeah. And again, as you said, Maleficent there is riding on top of the big spider cat.
Well, it's a spider for sure, but I just for some reason I see it like a kitty there when I look at it. I love it.
Yeah, kind of the way it's like. Crawling up on them.
Yeah.
All right, next up, this one is hilarious. We have Steve the Magical Goat. I think that this guy is definitely. I mean, he looks to me like he's modeled after Doctor Strange, right? But he's got a goat
he's got
head.
the cave.
This was submitted by Kimani. Thank you, Kimani.
I wish the goat is really good. It's the horns, the little beard. I
think this is an incredible pose.
He almost looks like he's performing magic or he's rapping.
Yeah, I definitely think it could be either. Maybe it is a rapping magical goat.
The body is really beautiful too, like the way the hip pieces come over like and fold down like the skirt, and then the legs go forward. It's really beautiful.
Nice job, Kamani. This is the Power Sword. Power Sword! I feel like the Power Sword should have a theme song, but he looks really creepy.
The teeth are amazing.
This one really stuck out to me because it's just so different from the other items that were submitted this time.
I don't know what those teeth are even.
It's funny. Goat Strange. Yeah, everybody's trying to name that last goat in the chat. What did you say about it?
I don't know what the teeth are. They're so cool looking. The way they're black and they turn to blue.
Yeah, I don't really know what that is either. I think this it must be something from Bionicle or.
Yeah, and the way the eyes, those little round balls catch the light, actually looks like there's a little dot of highlight on them. It looks like very like alien, like from Aliens and stuff. It's really beautiful. I want to see it next to a minifigure, see the scale of it, like having a minifigure in the mouth of it. Yeah, I really love this one.
I mean, I'm just kind of looking at these pieces. I guarantee a minifigure would fit in the mouth.
Yeah, for sure.
This is a great stance, and it's it has it's expressive too, right? It can pose, it can open those big toothy mouth, and with the antennas. It's like this reminds me a little bit of. Like a xenomorph, but it definitely is its own thing,
I love the stomach shape of it. Like it looks like it's kind of full and fat, like a little it's really nice. Yeah. I don't use those Technic pieces like that very often, so that always impresses me, just to think of how to put it together. Like, how do I make this fit with this? So I'm impressed.
Somebody said, I think they actually put, Tyrek Thorn said, I think they actually put marker on it. I'm curious about that, because I do know that there are some elements that are sort of like, you know,
Faded,
sort of like mixed
start
molded.
with one color.
It's like and it's that flexible material, and it's like they just inject it with different colors, and it ends up being multiple colors. But I don't know. Maybe there's something to that. Maybe this is. We're gonna have to find out. We're gonna have to find out what these pieces are.
It still looks amazing.
Figure out if they like marble molded them, or if these were like painted or something. No. Okay.
No matter what, it looks cool. It looks cool.
This one, at first, this is from Grant. This is Attack on Groth. And I think from this angle, you sort of get a picture of the whole thing. You've got sort of those like, I don't know, dragonfly kind of things built out of brick separators there. But from this angle, you really get a sense of like this creature over here with that big long tongue, and they use the minifigure wings accessory, like he's attacking a butterfly with his tongue.
And the whips as the antenna, the eyeballs are really great. Like, and just those pieces on the arms to make them give like thickness. That's really, the tongue is beautiful, and the way the mouth opens looks like a frog. Like, it's like so soft and like long.
Yeah.
Great.
Benjamin in the chat said, this low-key scary. Yeah. I wouldn't want to see this in my dreams, but I think there's just some really creative, you know, connections, some creative uses of parts here.
Yeah.
A number of different things. The tiny blue hands are almost like comical. It's like, I'm going to get you with my tiny blue hands. Sort of like that Kristen Wiig character.
What would the Kristen Wiig character? The tongue is long enough. You don't even need arms. He can get whatever he wants with that. It's amazing.
Right. Cool. Thank you, Grant. This one from Philippe is Battle Between the Heavens and the Seas. We've got a couple different angles on this one. So this is the one that sort of lets you see everything. XD Twisted Cooper says, hello, Boone. I've been watching you for a while now. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Welcome back. I still don't know if I've seen...
That creature is cool.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's awesome. Here we go.
There's so much fire coming out of there, too. It just looks so like an explosion of fire.
And there's a close-up of the sea creature. That diver down there is dangerously close to this thing, but I don't think it's the diver that the sea creature is interested in.
Thankfully.
So here's a little close-up of the bird, and I just think that the colors of this thing just really make it beautiful and wonderful. It's fairly simple. Yeah. There's not a whole lot of pieces there. There are some, you know, there are some areas where they opted for simplicity, you know, over detail, but you know, using just a 1x1 Technic brick as kind of that eye hole,
yeah,
you know, allows them to achieve, you know, kind of this beauty in the small scale that they're building.
Even the way the feet hang backwards, like when a bird flies, how they hang back that direction, it looks really elegant, like it's really in movement. Like, it's great. I like the use of the swords.
Yeah. I feel like when people use gold, I love gold in clean stuff. You know, gold that's supposed to look like it's, oh, this is so stereotypical, but gold that it's kind of makes it look like things are the good guy. I feel like sometimes gold and black and gold and red I'm not as crazy about, but like gold and blue or gold and sand green, or in this case, gold with white and tan and that dark blue, I think it looks really wonderful.
Yeah, it does. The dark blue is really great with it.
Okay. This next one, it makes me want to laugh out loud. This is called I See You, and I don't know what it is. This is from Shannon. Shannon didn't give us any further explanation, but I love the wings and the eyes and the eyebrows.
I want those coral pieces at the top there. They're so beautiful. I love the color use. I love that it's eating a mini doll and just is it evil or is the mini doll evil? I don't know. I don't know the story.
I don't know. It's so funny when because it's so bright and colorful and it if you ignored the face, it would look like a very playful thing, but the eyes are crazy and the mouth is full of teeth and it's eating a mini doll. So it's just these kinds of things that you sort of put together two things that don't seem like they belong together, and it becomes funny.
And I love that studs are going to the side on the face part, but then studs are going up from the bottom part. They switch directions and it looks awesome.
Yeah, good job, Shannon. Let's see. This is Piggy. Oh, did you want to say something else about?
No, I love it. I love it. It's cool.
Those wings are beautiful.
Yeah.
This is Piggy the Flying Hippo, and I love that it's named Piggy, but it's a flying hippo. When you look at it like this, I have like cartoon voices coming into my head, like hi everybody,
the little teeth.
Hi everyone, I'm Piggy the Flying Hippo. Hi, I love you.
I love the use of the green just at the top right there, just totally different color. The wings, the wings are so small, like you wonder if the hippo can actually get off the ground, or if the wings are just too small. He tries, he runs and jumps, but he just flies 6 inches and lands again.
And then the very last picture here, we see that wiggly little tail, which I just think is hilarious.
I love it.
Noah, that's from Noah. Noah, thank you for submitting Piggy, the flying hippo.
Awesome.
Speaking of flying creatures, that's been a common special talent in the Extraordinary Creature Challenge. The next one is the flying grasserpillar. And this one, again, it's fairly simple, but I just think it shows how effective some thoughtful use of color, some thoughtful use of elements, and just a little bit of motion. This thing isn't moving, but it looks like it's sort of, arcing through the air. I imagine this being like some sort of magical creature that kind of moves through the air like this, right? This
and
is
like
from
you said,
Dylan.
the color. Good job, Dylan. Like you said, the color, like that, it has the strips, it has the lime green, and then it has the yellow, and then it has the dark green. So it flows really well. So your eye follows that pathward every time.
Yeah. Interesting use of all those plant elements. It's cute.
I love it. I love there's $1 on his head too. He's got $100 on his head.
Yeah. Here is bright white is a star Pegacorn, and I didn't put any character limits, or at least it was a pretty liberal character limit on the names of these, and so this person put quite a description. This is from Penny and Cody. I believe this is the same father and daughter combination that gave us the bunny bus in my very first challenge. They won my first challenge. And they said, a fierce defender of tide pools uses its small wings for quick bursts out of the water, while in flight from its horn shoots bright reflective light, blinding anyone who views it. This is the star Pegacorn.
I love that it's got eyeballs on each one of its star parts. Like if they almost like if they broke off, they'd be another character.
Isn't that something?
And they're all different eyeballs too, or different. Each one's created differently.
Yeah.
And the wings are beautiful, like the pink in there, like with the white.
And they've just added one element at the end. These are like studs and a plate, just to give it that really subtle curve.
And the same with the hair on the mane, like it's really good.
One of the things I love about Cody's submissions has been, I think he's using a lot of his Lego from childhood, and some of it you can see This this piece here, it's dirty.
Old.
It is a dirty white, you know, old piece. And he doesn't let that stop him. He doesn't care. He just throws it in there. I think it gives these models character. WGJL Productions says, "Hey Boone." Hey WGJL Productions.
I'm the same way with my old pieces though from my childhood. Like I have a lot of pieces that are faded or just a weird color now and yellow, and I use them all the time. I think it makes me feel like it's really got a history and it's got a deeper story than it would have had if it weren't for that old piece in there.
Yeah. There he is holding it sort of more from a side view, and I think
the head shape is really good.
Isn't it good? It's better. I think it's better than any of the horses on episode 7 of Lego Masters.
Yeah, I think so too. It's a really good head.
This is the underside, which I just thought it was wonderful that they added. You know, you see all those anti-studs, but they were not unintentional about how the underside of this thing looks. So
yeah,
I think it's really wonderful. Let's see. We are plugging away. This is from Chantel, one of our most active, let's see, commenters. I'd say one of our most active commenters is Chantel, and Chantel's sister just commented on Moto's video last night and said, "Hey, it's me, Chantel's sister. I love watching your videos," so that's fun. So this is a, when you don't know where your sock pairs are, well, they must have been eaten by the sock monster. So thank you, Chantel.
I love the little socks down there, the different colors. That's really awesome.
WGJL said, when do you usually do your streams, Boone? I only have one regular stream, and it's on Thursday nights at 6 p.m. Pacific time. And so for the next number of Thursday nights, I will have a live stream. But I do other streams whenever I feel like I want to produce a piece of content that seems to work well live. So, for example, this is the Extraordinary Creatures Challenge review video. I thought it would be fun to do that with Sam and maybe with anyone else who wanted to join us here. You know, it's like, do I take the time to record because we're in quarantine? Do I take the time to record that with Sam and then take the time to edit it, or do we just make it a live stream? And so that's what I decided to do. So sometimes any content that I feel like would be a good fit as a live stream becomes a live stream. I publish it when it makes sense for my schedule. But that Thursday night is what you got to look out for. That's when we always have something going on here at Boone Builds. YouTube.com/Boone Builds.
I love this creature's little pink ears. Oh, I didn't even see the rest of the body. That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, this is almost like a boost. You know, the boost robot almost has this color scheme with the orange and the dark blue and the light blue. And I love
the big giant teeth right there. The big giant teeth. Like, does he eat your socks? Are they shredded when he's done with them, or do you?
Yeah, I'm sure.
I just love it.
You get your sock back when he's.
It's all got holes in it. It's got holes in it.
When he's processed it, when he's done processing the sock. That would be kind of funny to have a sock monster that looks like the washing machine turned into a monster.
That's a good idea.
This almost does, because it's got that round.
Yeah, the front of it, like he just transformed and popped up. It's really cool.
There's a little bit.
I love the tail.
Look. Yeah, it's a cool tail. Cool tail. All right, thank you, Chantel. Here from Isaiah, we have Ralph the Rainbow Elephant. So many colors used in this.
So good.
I just love that the rainbows are hard with bricks.
Yes,
you know,
they are.
I've watched people, you know, try to build rainbows, and it takes a lot of kind of understanding about how do I make this. You know, it's almost like building a sphere. You gotta understand.
Yeah, making it arch is.
And
arches are more difficult than you think they're gonna be.
Yeah. But I love that there is a leprechaun with a pot of gold.
He's got your beard.
Rainbow. He does have my beard. That is my exact beard. I also love that Isaiah submitted 3 pictures of this thing, and they are almost identical. I mean, each picture sort of just shows a slightly different. But hey, Isaiah's gonna. If I've got 3 places on the form for people to submit pictures, he's gonna take advantage of it. So
That's right. Do it.
thank you, Isaiah, for the Ralph the Rainbow Elephant. Also, Ralph, like that's a great name. Like if you're gonna have a rainbow elephant, why not name him Ralph? I really like this one.
Man-eating plants are always fun. You can never have enough man-eating plants.
This is. I thought it said coronavirus plant. It just says carnivorous plant. Isn't that weird? It's almost all the same letters. Carnivorous plant by Yoshi. Thank you for submitting, Yoshi. I think this, you know, from each angle, you just get to see a little bit more detail. I think this thing has a lot of personality. It's you know, it's hard to build something with personality without eyes.
Yeah, and the way they made the tendril be able to be jointed, so you can see it can bend there by offsetting it by one stud on the curved studs.
Yeah.
That's really smart, so it can actually move its arm.
Mm-hmm. And I just think this is a really good shot of sort of the whole picture, the whole moment of this guy becoming plant food.
Plant food.
Okay, next up. This one I think is really clever. It's really cute. It's got cute characters. I think it's a little bit challenging to decode at first glance. So we're just going to take a moment. This is called Hot Dog Goat versus Wizard. This was submitted by Llama Maniac.
Llama Maniac. Love it, goats, llamas.
I think the colors are beautiful. I think the characters are really cute. So we've got a goat there.
The goat is really good.
Right? And he's like in a bun. So the goat, you can see his legs. So he can walk like a goat. He's got those little ram horn things up at the top. I think that's a really good use of that piece. But he's got, you know, hot dog buns on either side of him. And he's got ketchup and mustard on top, like down his back.
That's really smart on the horns. He's using the jumpers, so it goes from the 2 spots, the thickness of the head, to 4 spots, but the horns are on the edge. They're in. It looks really good. The way it overshadows the eyes and everything.
Yeah, it's like eyebrows. Because eyebrows and
really
sort of like an interesting placement for those horns. And so he's sort of blasting. I think from his mouth, he's blasting a beam of hot dogs and mustard and ketchup. Like
at the wizard,
like through the wizard or at the wizard. Yeah, I like this one. In the next one, you see a lit up version of the inside of the hot dog cave. So this is a pretty cool use of some light brick there, I think, perhaps. And
the wizard's hat is blowing back and everything like that. Oh.
And then here it looks like maybe the wizard has survived the altercation. Oh, the wizard has a peg leg.
He's got a peg leg.
Did he have a peg leg in the first image? Yeah, I guess this is a wizard with a peg leg.
I love it.
I like it. I think it's hilarious that you and I both noticed the peg leg at the exact same time.
Oh, and this one, the goat has his tongue sticking out.
Yeah, the tongue sticking out on one side.
I love it.
Cool. Thank you, Llama Maniac. This one, oh my goodness.
Wow.
This one is just beautiful. Be thinking. I'm gonna challenge you, Sam. At the end of this, we've got to pick a winner. And don't forget, everybody watching. At the end of this, when we're done talking about these top choices that I made, we're gonna name a winner, and then there's gonna be a slideshow for everyone that didn't make it into the discussion. So I'm doing the best I can. I looked through every submission, and every submission should be represented by at least one picture somewhere in this video. And the ones that don't make it into our discussion will be in the slideshow at the end. So stick around for that. I don't know how far we are into the 33. I'm not sure how many we've done so far. I keep switching to that one when I want to go there. But this mouse,
I'm impressed with this one.
This is called this is called Moon Mouse by Matthew.
I love that it's a Swiss cheese flag.
Yeah.
Like it's got the little holes in it. Like the whiskers behind the sloped brick just sticking out there. I'm like, how are they attached? Like I want to look at this up close and like the spacesuit looks so retro and so
real. Like it actually looks like a real, and the little fingers, like they're so like round and chubby and cute, like just beautiful, polished. It looks so streamlined.
I love that old M-Tron 1x2, you know, sort of instrument panel there with the yellow and the red and the black and white. That was one of my favorite elements as a kid. And, you know, they used it, I think it started with M-Tron in, I want to say 90 or 91, 92, somewhere in there. And they used it across multiple themes through the 90s. And then it was discontinued, and they actually just brought it back because it's in the haunted house.
That's awesome.
As like the control panel, but then there's a little tiny 1x1 printed tile there, and just, you know, adding those things, and then the 1x2s with the grills that are up in the back, but because it's they've built that studs out. Is my brain processing that right? Those are, oh, maybe it's just two stacked on top of each other, but it's behind, so it just gives all this really interesting.
Yeah. I like that they use the small ball joints for the shoulders and the large ball joints for the elbows. In my mind, I would always do bigger ball joints towards the middle of the body and then smaller as it gets out further. But it looks really amazing how it keeps the shape, like it just looks great. I love it.
Yeah. It's sort of a cartoonish thing, right? Where you get that joint, and then look at this.
It actually is posable and standing and like
posability. And here's the back, and I just love. You said retro. I mean, this just reminds me of toys from the '80s. So Lucas Campbell just supported the live stream with a $3.99 super chat. Thank you very much, Lucas.
Yay!
Lucas said, "Thank you for the challenge. Our family had fun with it." Thank you, Lucas. I'm sorry it took me so long to get around to sharing these with everybody, but we're here now, and hopefully I won't be away for so long before publishing some more content.
Thanks, Lucas.
Thank you, Lucas.
I love the way they put like the half circle on there, like so it's really beautiful. Like like I said before with symmetry, I would always want to just finish the circle off. I would feel bad about leaving two, but it actually works so well with the dark gray panels after that. It just looks amazing.
Yeah, it's clean, it's simple, but it's got some really interesting detail. Thank you very much, Matthew. Moon Mouse was super awesome. Here we have from Malachi, this is Elephant Dragon. So part elephant, part dragon. With the elephant head done in blue, it reminds me a lot of, I have this weird little blue elephant head lying around here somewhere that's like from Freestyle or Classic or something like that. And it's old and weird, and this sort of looks like an updated version of that.
I love his little trunk just hanging there. Like, it's so cute.
You know, watch out, because the elephant dragon can blast fire out of its trunk at you.
And I love his wings are so small, like dragonfly wings. Like, it could just, you just picture him moving really fast, like a dragonfly or a hummingbird. I love it.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Oh, there's the back. I like the spikes.
Ooh, spikes, yeah.
It's good. Thank you, Malachi. Here is Emmerich and Baldric. This is another one that I included it because I think some of the building is just so incredible. I do think this one it's just a little bit difficult to kind of understand by looking at the photographs. We've got like a double-sided dragon here. So one is sort of the dark side, the other is kind of this bright green side with some red mixed in. So there it is from the top. And here's the face.
Oh, that one's creepy.
Of the dark side of, you know, this almost looks to me like it is sort of has like kind of like an ancient Asian inspiration, you know, kind of like a shogun kind of thing.
Yeah, the little thing on top.
I surely don't know exactly what I'm talking about, but I hope I'm.
And the mouth looks like Demogorgon, like where it's open in every direction, like it's just gonna swallow around. It's
yeah. We'll see more of that. We'll see more of that later. Here's the green side. So I don't know which of these is Emmerich and which is Baldric, but who do you think? Do you know? Actually, I think maybe Destiny was. Destiny, are you still in the chat? Which side of your dragon is Baldric, and which side is Emmerich? We'll see if Destiny gives us
Baldric is the
insights.
black one, is what I'm gonna guess.
You think so?
I'm just gonna. That's my guess. I don't know.
I think that's a
I have a
reasonable guess.
50-50 chance of being right. So.
Raptus said, "The dark side of the forest leads to many abilities, some considered to be unnatural." All right, we'll see. We'll see if Destiny gives us a little insight in the live chat here as to which of these dragons is which.
I love the use of those little pieces, the little green translucent pieces inside the mouth here too. Yeah. It looks like slime, like it's shooting out some kind of sticky, like a spitter from Jurassic Park, like shooting out some kind of slime that's gonna get you.
Yeah. Okay, Destiny has piped in and says Baldric is black and Emmerich is green. Thank you so much, Destiny.
Yay.
This is a really incredible build here. Next up, we have Peter Barker. This is from Ashton. So
it's a cute dog.
This is Peter Barker, and its superhero identity, Spider Pup. Spider Pup, Spider Pup. Take a bone and wrap it up. And then a final picture of the two identities merged into one picture. So there.
Good job photoshopping. I love the bone has a face on it. It's all scared, like
there it is.
It's so good. It's such a funny idea too. Spider dog.
All right, this next one. I don't want to say too much about it ahead of time. Here it is. This is Torty, the Vanishing Island by Maddie. Maddie submitted this one.
So, in mythology, like one of the great mythology stories from thousands of years ago is that the whole Earth is on the back of a turtle flying through space. And so this is beautiful. And like the turtle has got great movement in the little legs down there. And I love the idea of a city being on the back of it and just living there, like flying through space. Yeah. I want to go there.
I love how this image just gives that cute little perspective on the face there. It's even got that little weird, like, sort of pointy lip on the upper lip.
Yeah. And
very cute.
And the mouth looks like it really opens and closes. And the little city back there, micro-scale, like, building is just gorgeous.
Yeah, and it's not, it's got, even the city itself has sort of this, like, organic feel to it. Like, something that was built in another time, another land.
And built directly into the caves. Like, they didn't really try to build it. Right. They built it up off the natural world. They didn't make it from scratch. I love that. Yeah.
Tarek in the live chat says, so small but so much detail. Yeah. Really, really awesome. Great job, Maddie. Thank you for submitting. This next one I also really love. This is the Feast Beast. So just take a look there for a moment, everybody. You've got this big monster made out of, like, pretty much every piece of food that I'm sure this builder could find. I doubt I have this many different pieces of food in my Lego collection. I've got a lot of pieces, but
I want to know what some of those are. Like that one on the arm that's shooting out ketchup, and I love it's a ketchup bottle. You can actually see the cap of it, and then I love that it's splashing, and they're using the hot dogs as the splashes.
Right.
But I want to know what that is. It looks like it's got like kiwi and stuff. I want to know what that is. I want that.
Oh, that one. That looks like that's almost like a, what is that? Like a vegetarian pizza or?
I don't know. It's just a tart, some kind of like fruit tart. I've never seen that piece before. What would you put?
Oh, like a pie, like slices of key, like a key lime pie, or a? No, that's
something.
Not kiwi. It's some kind of. I bet it's a pie, or something like that. But just look carefully at all this. We got a frog. We got like a sandwich over there. There's an apple.
There's a blender
like
at the
soda
bottom.
Cans. Where's the blender?
Right next to the croissants on the left. Like that's the blender piece.
Yeah, the little like the hand mixer.
The hand mixer, yeah, that's what I meant, hand mixer.
Power Bolt or something like that. The energy drink down there at the bottom.
A baguette.
It's like I don't know how. There's a menu from somewhere with the right foot is like a menu with pizza and a hot dog and a croissant.
There's banana. There's all of it. It's all in there.
It's grabbed the waitress. Look at that. I just thought it was a person before, but I'm pretty sure like she's got a platter with a hot dog on it.
She's got her tray.
Got the waitress uniform.
That's awesome.
Is the chest like a? Is the chest is an oven or a fridge or something?
Yeah. That's awesome.
And here's the back. There's crabs there. The sign that says fresh seafood. The back of the head is a pie.
Watermelon. Ice cream, bones.
This is funny.
It's just got, and you have to remember to put all those little pieces on there to connect them somewhere. Like, okay, how do I connect this one? How do I connect this one? It's a lot of thought process there.
And so this was Landon. This was built by Landon, and Landon included in their 3 images. Wanted to make sure we knew that it Feast Beast comes with real meatball shooting action. So there you go.
I love it.
The next one is incredible. I think the next one is almost too good. This is Taming the Centaursaurus by Roland. This thing is just ridiculous.
The hooves are using that piece for tree beard or for metal beard.
Metal beard, yeah, metal beard's beard.
Yeah, and
hooves.
But the hooves are really beautiful with the brown, and the color use is really great. The brown, the tan, and then that metallic gray is really good together.
Yeah, and I think these are sort of like, I don't know, like Brachiosaurus legs from like a Jurassic Park or something like that. And the fact that they come in the same color as, I bet these arms are from like Bane or one of the big figs, that has, and so they were able to keep this color scheme consistent. The rock work is cool. It makes a nice little, display stand for this guy.
Let him climb up it too, so he has this rising. He looks bigger than he already is.
Right. Oh, and they're using those little robot legs for the sort of ears.
Oh yeah.
And I mentioned earlier, you mentioned the Demogorgon earlier. This is another one that when the face opens up, it's just sort of this whole. Something about that I find that sort of like opening mouth face I find really compelling, and part of me just thinks it's like so freaky that I don't want to think about it, or I might not be able to sleep at night.
Like fish and snakes both do it, where they open up so they're bigger than their actual mouth already is, so you can just swallow it whole. Like,
so
and
weird.
we saw how big the minifigure is. Like half the minifigure will fit in that mouth so easily.
Right.
He's just so big.
And then there's the minifigure trying to ride it. So he actually has there's actually a saddle on this thing.
Oh, that's it.
The blue and the white with the little horn, and so figures trying to ride.
The taming of?
It's called Taming the Centaursaurus.
Yeah. So he's
submitted by
Roland.
Roland.
Riding it. That's awesome.
Thank you for submitting this, Roland. Hey, we're getting fairly close to the end of this segment. We're gonna have to come up with a winner. What do you think, Sam? Should we? Oh, what were you gonna say?
Well, I was gonna say the way that he's holding on to it, he has him lifted up so he's floating. It really captures that movement of like he's being bucked off and he's really holding on. It captures energy in there, and I love that.
Absolutely. And he's having fun. This guy's not
he's
afraid.
Enjoying it.
He's like, he's got Thor's hammer there. Okay, here we go. This is the Electric Mutant Eel. I love this one because its face is like gnarly and snarly and expressive. Its body can do some movement here. you know, in a little bit different directions. It's another one that like could be, you know, sort of slithering through space. But I think the most hilarious thing about this is that it's got a luchador like riding.
I love that first picture too, that even half of it was out of focus. Like it was so focused just on the head and the mouth that the rest of it was blurred out. And that's really like, it's really like, that's a really small perspective. Like, that's beautiful. Like it really works. It looks all bloody inside his mouth. Like there's something like white teeth and then the red just makes it look so scary. Like there's something going on back there. I don't want to go in there.
Yeah. Okay. Here is the Eruptonics. Oh, did I say who? This was from James. The electric.
Good job, James.
Electric mutant eel was built by James, and James has someone else in their family who has a creation in the slideshow. The Eruptonics Lava Dinosaur by Tyson. I think this thing is really cool. I think the color scheme is, you know, really thoughtful. I like it. The eye, how they use that like Lord of the Rings ring for the golden eye.
And the one gold tooth there, it looks like. It's like so. And I love the dripping, like the dripping of, like it just came up out of lava and it's still dripping off of it. It's really beautiful. It looks huge too. I mean, that is pretty big.
Here we go. And that's just a close-up of the side of the leg. Okay, so those were the 33 that I chose to talk about. Everything else is in the slideshow. That is about to come. Sam, should we deliberate about who wins and then go and announce the winner and then go to the slideshow, or should I go to the slideshow? I'm afraid the slideshow is close to 10 minutes long. So I don't know whether should we announce the winner before or after the slideshow is all we need to decide.
I'm good either way. I mean, I wrote down 4 that I like the 4 that popped out in my head going, oh, what is that? I want to make that too. Like I said, I wrote down 4. Okay. So I don't know how we're gonna decide what the final one is.
All right. We're just gonna have a little debate. I'm gonna write down my 4 so that you can. So why don't you look? Are you able to see the chat?
No, I can't see the chat.
Okay. Let me see if there's a. Hey, if you're in the chat, we're gonna do a little deliberation about who wins this thing. So while I'm kind of writing stuff down.
If I go to YouTube, could I watch it there? Is that
you can see the live chat there. Just go there and see if you can engage the chat a little bit. I'm gonna write down. I'm gonna write down mine.
I love I type in Boone at YouTube and it automatically goes to Boone Builds. It's like, yes, here we are.
Oh yeah, well good. So I must have some good what do they call that? Search engine SEO, search engine optimization. Yeah. All right. Well,
people are saying Llama Maniac saying before, and then DB Motion saying after, and then
they're all voting.
And the DB Master just keeps saying after.
Maybe we should do after. Okay, here we go. We're gonna let the slideshow play. It's gonna be I think it's 9 minutes and some odd seconds. So we're gonna let the slideshow play. Sam and I are going to deliberate off camera while the slideshow plays, and then we will announce the winner. This feels so mean, but it's cool. It's cool for the people who have images in the slideshow, because you know they'll
stay watch it all.
They'll stay and watch it all.
Thank you, Jesse27. Thank you, Jesse27, and hi Benjamin. Hi WGJL Productions. That's a hard one to say. Okay, let it play and we'll talk.
Here's what we'll do too is you know, there's so many images that I would never publish these things if I took the time to put every person's name in. So the way we'll do this is if you're watching and you see your creation, you are more than welcome to come back to the replay and put a comment in the video and tell everybody where your image is, and we'll all get to enjoy that with you. So here we go. This is the slideshow. We will see you back here in just under 10 minutes. And our audio should be coming back now. Thank you all so much for sticking around. We have selected a winner. Like I said, you watched the slideshow, you saw that the level of talent that was submitted this time was just unbelievable. And if I was gonna do a 12-hour live stream, we could talk about all of them. But unfortunately, we're not gonna do that. But I hope you got to see yours in there. If you're watching this in the I suppose you can comment. But if you're watching this particularly in the replay, some people were talking in the chat about, you know, should kids be in the images? Part of the, you know, sometimes I get images from adults or kids and they enjoy seeing themselves in the picture with the item. I include those pictures. I'm not going to tell people they can't do that. I'm not going to exclude people. That's one of the reasons that I don't include the names of the builders in the slideshow. It also just logistically there's no, I don't have any automated system by which to take the person's name and drop it into a video editor. So the thing that has been working well in past review videos is when you watch the video, if you see the time code of where you are and then you comment and you drop that time code and you can say my flying whatever soar is at 2:35, although in this case it would be much later than that. But then that actually YouTube turns that into an automatic little link that people can go then click that and see what you built. So thank you all for submitting.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, right? Thank you for submitting. I wish there was like a magical system where people could submit their stuff and their names just magically attached to their images and it all magically got brought into YouTube. But I'm choosing, what am I choosing here? I'm choosing a little bit of like quantity over like 100%, having everything totally dialed in here, because I feel like it's good for the community and it's good for people to be able to feel like they're part of this community here at Boone Builds and to be able to see their stuff on screen. And so, if you want people to know where your build is, you're welcome to put that in the comments section on this video. But we've reached the end. It is time to announce the winner. Sam and I talked for a good 3/4 of that slideshow about. We were largely in agreement, but there is. Sorry. Anyway, we've got 2 runners up, and I'm not going to say what order they're in because it doesn't really matter. But one of our runners up is. Oh, did I just give it all away? Jeez, what am I doing? One of our runners up is Taming the Centaursaurus by Roland. Roland, this thing is just unbelievable. Sam and I both thought it was really incredible. I think maybe part of the reason we didn't choose you as a winner is because like you're too good to win the challenge.
I want one of these.
enter this into like some huge competitions, because you're building some really incredible stuff. Thank you so much for being part of the Boone Builds community. We love this. Your parts usage is incredible. The composition,
the dynamic movement,
everything. It's all wonderful.
It's wonderful.
Our other runner-up is the Moon Mouse by Matthew. We just absolutely love this character.
I want it.
This one almost, Moon Mouse, Sam and I agreed that Moon Mouse was perhaps our favorite. And the reason maybe that Moon Mouse didn't win this time was because now I'm going to feel stupid even saying this out loud, because it's going to, was that in the description of the challenge, extraordinary creatures, I feel like there was maybe a little more emphasis on like a special talent, a superpower, or like a magical ability. And certainly the mouse being on the moon, it's hilarious, and
it's extraordinary.
Of course, it is extraordinary. It is extraordinary. We love it. We love the cheese flag. But we chose a winner. So thank you very much, Matthew, for Moon Mouse. We chose a winner that we think is just a little bit more magical. And it was submitted by Maddie, Torty, the Vanishing Island. So Maddie, thank you so much.
So good. It's the first one both of us said too. Both go, I really love that turtle. And we both said it. And we're like, yeah, it's just the shape of it, the way the mouth looks, it looks happy, the way it looks so organic. Just I love it. I want one.
Absolutely. Aqua Mike says, what is your next build challenge? I don't know. Let me ask the live chat. I don't always know how long it's going to take me, because of, this time there was 185 photos. And it's not that it took me an extensive amount of time. I think I probably put about 2 or 3 days of effort into pulling together this live stream, just to make sure all the pictures were in, to be thoughtful about which ones go in the slideshow, which ones do we talk about, and I could do that in the 3 days after all of the submission ends, and it could come out within a week of the submission window closing, and maybe now that we've had a good go of doing this as a live stream, perhaps we can bring it back you know, we can do these reviews a little bit faster in the future. But I guess my question to the live stream is, should I keep doing build challenges? And I make no promises to you about how quickly I'm going to get around to reviewing them and announcing winners. But the simple question is, should I keep doing build challenges? If you think yes, you're going to say yes. You can give a thumbs up, and I will continue doing build challenges. Subscribe to Boone Builds if you want to make sure you don't miss out on my announcements of future challenges.
There's definitely already a bunch of them in the chat saying do a movie moment challenge, a donut challenge, a Marvel build challenge. They want challenges. They love it.
Awesome. Maddie, congratulations. This thing is beautiful. It's full of life. It's such a cute character. The details are incredible.
Yeah.
For the size of this thing, you really nailed it. Great job. If you would like me to send you a prize, I'll try to reach out to you via email that you submitted with this submission, and I'll send you a little something, a little Lego prize, you know, as your congratulations, if you want. Sam, thank you so much for being here.
Oh, thank you for having me. I feel
awesome.
honored that I get to see all this fun stuff, and good job on inspiring people to build all summer, because it's the perfect time for everybody, like, to have an outlet when they're home, and I'm proud to be part of it. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Sam. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much for engaging us in the chat. Thank you, Moto, for being a moderator today. I think maybe Ben was with us for part of the day today. You are all wonderful. You're all wonderful. You're all awesome. Go build something amazing, and watch out for our next live